Okay, here we go. I am resuming a game I started almost a year ago, or a little over a year ago. NATO 61. Here we go. Carrie Anderson. I always get this. Yeah, MDG Games, Micro Design Games. I think I'll put links for this in the description. And actually, we're partway through NATO 61. Got previous videos on my YouTube channel. I got two previous videos for the game I'm resuming here. I've also got another video just showing a conventional war turn, 3 turns into the war, which I also may restart that one. But this one is picking up after the pre-war period. That's one of the distinctives of this game compared to, in general, other World War III games. They get right into the battle. This game has a escalation period, a whole escalation game. Game could be win or lost even in the escalation period. You may not even get to the combat here, potentially depending on how you play it. So I'd encourage you to go back and listen to those two if you're picking this up the first time. They're listed as Part 1, Part 2, Pre-War, and then Pre-War to World War III. And as I played through it, the initial pre-war, the crisis is, and there's actually a book out there on this too that I'm going to start reading too, but things were pretty tense in 1961 in Berlin. Pre-wall, they were having floods of refugees leaving East Berlin, East Germany, trying to get to West Berlin and then get out to West Germany. This was causing a serious problem. And we all know from history the response was the Soviets built a wall. And supposedly that was the end of it. But according to this book, there's a lot more tensions going on, etc. So this is the period the game picks, that 1961 crisis period. When Khrushchev thinks Kennedy is weak, coming out of the Vienna summit, the Bay of Pigs failure. This is before the Cuban Missile Crisis. So Berlin truly was a hot spot at that point in time. So during the pre-war period, there's a number of things you're allowed to do, choices to make. Let's see if I can pull it up here. It's not the stability track. Maybe it's on this chart. Yeah, here we go. Just as a little review, this is in the previous videos too, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. But you start the game at crisis, only limited things that can be done. Scope is just East Berlin and West Berlin, and then these are some of the things you can do during this period. Normally the Soviets go to build a wall, that's what I did. And then the US responded. I think the first one was call up the National Guard. And then eventually break down the wall, which was kind of ahistorical, which then escalates to here. Then it did a number of things here. Didn't use these. See, mobilization is where we ultimately ended up. We had some deployments, major maneuvers, positioning units, etc. And then we got to the point, there was a number of other things going on, but the mobilization started, so we were on the turn record track. This is how this game ends. There is no end to the campaign game, I guess you'd call it. Scenarios have ends. But it's, until side makes the call to mobilize, you sit here. And then the Soviets made the first call to mobilize, and in response, then NATO mobilized, so we immediately go to this track. The Soviets have these 5 airborne units off board right now. I think I've got them over here somewhere. It's interesting. Okay, they're not there right now, but I do have them slightly off the map. I think it's just because it's not scrolling past. And they can be brought in as reinforcements. They can be airdropped. Or what I'm going to use them for is you can get victory points by just dropping them on Denmark. I'm going to drop them immediately. That would give 5 victory points. So that was the mobilization turn. And then we went to this turn here, and like I said, Soviets looked at the board, said this isn't looking good. I mean, we're moving our units up forward to attack, but we've given the NATO units a chance to start building a forward-facing line here. Not too happy about that, so they went from here to, and they chose this, preemptive attack. So they skip limited war and they go right to general war because they just want to cross the border, do the attack. Now the problem, the wrinkle is they had to roll on the world opinion track. Every time you do a escalation for the first time, you roll here, and that's all covered in the previous videos. And unfortunately, they rolled, I think it was this one, or this one, accident, automatic escalation. Uh-oh, well, you know, we already said we were at general war because they did this, and then they rolled that, and we're in tactical nuclear weapons right away, out of the get-go. And at first I thought, maybe I'll just ignore that result just so I can do the general war, but this is an interesting twist with this game. It does allow you to effectively fight out a tactical nuclear war and even a strategic nuclear war. You see that, I think, in the other games in the series. They call it the escalation series. They have one on Korea and another on Cuba, which I may look at another time. So I decided, I mean, the conventional war, I'm not saying this game is this game is good at it too for the time period for 1961. I have another video covering that, and I may continue it just so you'll see the conventional aspect. But I thought, I had read before that the Soviets, at least at some point in time, thought we were crazy for, building up for a conventional war. All they were going to do is tactical nuke everything and drive through it. And then I did a little searching. And there are actually plans out there. I'll drop the links. There were some PDF files discussing, and one of the scenarios in the game actually talks about one of those plans where the Soviets were going to use the Czech army. There it is. They actually call it taking Lyon on the 9th day. When the Cold War ended, they were going back and looking at plans in different capitals, Warsaw Pact capitals, and they found something like this where this plan postulated a 9-day drive that would lead to the capture of Lyon, France, conspicuous use of tactical nukes. Okay, so you could play out this scenario. But what actually I thought would be real interesting here is, no, this is actually going to be more than just a surprise attack. This is going to be a full-blown surprise tactical nuclear attack. And when we look at the tactical nuclear rules, that's going to change the whole complexion of the game. Well, that's a bit drastic. I mean, it's going to change the complexion of combat. As away from the usual, move out, attack, surround, try and drive here. No, now the focus becomes tactical nuclear warfare. And this was even supported in the plans I skimmed with the Soviets that if they were going to do tactical nuclear warfare, their focus immediately would be taking out the other side's ability to do tactical nuclear warfare. So now the focus becomes literally a tactical nuclear, and basically defanging the other side before they get the shot. And the Soviets will get the first shot here. We'll see once I start it. So, just looking at the rules here generally, I'll try and summarize them. The tactical nuclear weapons are mentioned in salvo points, and the only sides that have them, I have them up here in the Vassal mod. Let's see if we can pull this up. Yeah, it's pairing another one. In theory, the US has 500. UK has 25. They're probably going to exhaust them fast. And the Soviets have 300. Interesting. My gut feeling is there'll be too many mushroom clouds before we run out of tactical nukes. Okay, because you can't destroy these. You basically need to destroy the delivery options. All right. So the way you deliver tactical nukes, per the rules, let me get this out of the way. I would say there's tactical nukes. There's 3 ways. You're going to deliver them from ground combat units. You're going to deliver them from headquarters units, and you're going to deliver them obviously via air points. I like the way this is jumping around here. Yep. Okay. My screen's getting freaky here. Hold on. So those are the different ways you can deliver tactical nukes. There we go. Clean that up. And the rules basically say for ground units, they have to be in supply. That's either 5 or 10 hexes of a headquarters. And they get 1 salvo per step. So if it's a 2-step unit, they get 2 steps. They get to roll. And the way you do the damage is you roll 1d6 for salvo, add it together, and that's how many combat strength losses the target has to take. Okay, so these units have range 2, ground units normally. Headquarters actually have a range of 5 and 5 salvo points, so they're pretty dangerous when it comes to this. But again, they got to be within 5. Now you can, and you can do tactical nuclear attacks at any time. So according to the rules, and I got this clarified, you can move, then do your nuke attack, and then if the target is still alive, they can respond or anything else in range. So there's going to be a lot of tactical nukes flying. The advantage of air power, 1 salvo point for 1 air point. And obviously air points can range into the rear. But then you run into the usual air defense problem. If you're in the Nike 1, 2, 3, 4 with this line, takes 2 air points to deliver 1 salvo point, just like ground combat support. So you have to take, and then the same for the Soviets. They don't have a Nike, but within 1 hex of one of their air defense units. So all of these, for example, takes 2 air points to deliver 1 salvo and or 1 shift on the combat table. That's it with tactical nukes. Now, if we look at the rules here, there are other attacks. Hold on, I was wrong. Yeah, it can attack headquarters, which, since they are a repository of so much tactical nukes, they are potentially a target. Headquarters aren't destroyed, they're displaced back, and it's all about range. If I displace them back, it potentially puts the units out of supply because we're out of the supply range, and it also moves them out of that 5 hex tactical nuke range. So there is a benefit in pushing at least the forward headquarters back. Okay. Attack on air bases. That means when I start my turn, I say, no, I'm going to use my salvos to attack air bases. Not specifics, it's kind of generally represented, and I roll 1d6 per salvo, and that's how many air points the enemy uses from its holding right now. You can hold up to 12. Now at the moment, because the war just started, because we literally jumped the gun here. We jumped so many, we were sitting here at incident. And the air war doesn't really pick up. You can start the air war as an escalation, but the minute you start the air war, you're in limited war. The Soviets skipped that too. They went right for preemptive attack, escalate to general war, and oops, escalated due to world opinion. So nobody has any air power, so the Soviets are literally going to get an airstrike surprise too. They're going to roll 1d6, get a certain amount of air points, and then they can use them. And NATO doesn't have any yet. So that's an interesting twist too. This is a surprise attack. So that's attacks on air bases, and then you can go rear echelons to try and delay reinforcements. Looking at the reinforcement chart for the Soviets, that would be appealing to NATO, perhaps, really. This turn, they're getting a Soviet army and the Czech, and then the following turn, they're getting the Poles, they're getting a lot of stuff. So they may be interested in slowing those down. Similar to the regular air attacks interdiction, but these obviously have more effect. Rear echelons, first results, delayed arrival, roll 1 per tactical nuclear weapon salvo point. Resulting number equals the number of units or turns. You can do a combination. If I roll a 6, I can do 2 units for 4 turns, 3 units for 3 turns. You get the idea. Second mass attack against it is handled identically to battlefield attacks, equaling the number of defense strengths eliminated off units expected as reinforcements. Okay, so that's another way you can do it too. Again, something that would be appealing pretty much to NATO, stopping the horde of Soviets and Warsaw Pact coming. And then when you're done, the rules right, I may just leave them. I think this is counter limits. They say when you do an attack, you put a mushroom cloud. Nobody can move through there except Soviet tanks who lose a step loss. And then at the end of the turn phase, you flip them over to radioactive, only if they're on hexes, like the Nike or the Urban, just to indicate, that these have been destroyed or whatever. Because this is Vassal, I don't have a counter limitation. I may leave the contamination markers there. Supplies can be traced into but not through nuclear explosion. So the contamination markers are more just indicators on, special hexes that they've been destroyed, like the airfield here. Okay. And not this turn, but we're probably going to end up here too. And there are rules to fight out a strategic nuclear exchange. And we'll save that. We'll see how the tactical goes before we worry about that. So enough explanation. Like I said, please go back to the previous two videos from a little over a year ago to see the whole pre-war that got us into this predicament. So some brief things I looked at when I was thinking about this. I can move and nuke. And again, it's only Soviets, and each of these has two. I'll have to figure out some way to indicate it. The headquarters are tougher, but and supply is judged at the beginning of the phase. So I know I have a headquarter unit here somewhere. Yep, there it is. So that supplies all these. So between this, I have 5 salvo points here. Anti-air units can't do it, but I have 2, 2, 2. So I got 11 salvo points. For the ground units to use it, they have to be within 2. For the headquarters, they have to be within 5, even after moving. So my goal now becomes dealing with the units that can respond tactical nuke. Well, guess what? The West Germans can't. Okay? I mean, it boils down to this. US and UK. And the UK will potentially exhaust their amount pretty fast, maybe. We'll see. So I would say my targets would be US and UK units and headquarters. These are pretty far back, but like I said, you can move and nuke. So these are close enough to have fun in response. And I can't destroy the headquarters, they get displaced. So, just guessing, this is certainly a different way to fight World War III. Other games do have tactical nuclear, but my impression is the designers kind of discourage people from using them, kind of the flip the board mode. But with this game, we can play it out. But my guess is the losses are going to be fast and furious. So let's go ahead and try and do the Soviets' turn, see how that looks. So I'm going to pull up my charts here. I like my handy dandy, I got a nice rules summary from BGG if you want it, and it's got air phase reinforcement. So, but I've also got sequence of play from the rules. Okay, so right now nobody has any air points. The Warsaw Pact rules 1 die for air points. We're going to do that. That's 1d6. Oh gosh. Okay, this is going to be a mess. So let me see. I got to go find them. I thought I left them there. Sorry about this. I got to go hunting through my counters, trying to figure out where I stashed the air points. Maybe they're here. Miscellaneous, vassal, world opinion, isolated. Well, I'm going to need a lot of these, and they do have a flip side. That's where I get contaminated. Player turn, riot. I don't need these. I have counters and vassal, so that's covered. It's not international stability, so it must be there. Okay, nice choice. Yeah, the independent units. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, you couldn't do any better than that. So I get my air phase. Now the Warsaw Pact player collects his reinforcements and 1 die for intensive attack and assigns them to headquarters. We're not at M+7, so we're good. Alright, so I got those. Let's look at the reinforcements. I don't have them pre-staged, unfortunately. That's too bad. Oh, but I do have them by units. So here's the NGF unit. And Soviet reinforcements appear anywhere along the Polish border. Okay, this is where it gets interesting. I mean, I want to take Berlin, but being tactical nuke, and I'm not going to Well, if you tactical nuke an urban hex victory point, nobody gets the victory points, and that's 10. Don't know if I'm going to nuke them, but I do need to place the NGF. Hopefully I haven't placed these guys yet. Yeah, the 82nd isn't here yet, so I haven't placed them. Wouldn't want to place them twice, that would be cheating. So they do appear. Now the question is, where would I want to put them? Okay, would they be going this way? That's a long travel route, or they would be going through here, the North German plain, which seems to be the one to blow through. Or are they going to help with taking Berlin? So let me pull this off to the side here. I'm going to have to make this bigger. Oh, not that. Too many windows. Yeah, for whatever reason I can't get to. Yeah, see here are my airborne units, so I'm going to put them up here. There we go. Remove the move marker. Zoom in. Thank you for your patience here as I do some housekeeping I should have done ahead of time. So let's go back and get my reinforcements. So I need the NGF HQ. Let's see if it lets me put it right there. Yeah, it's a little off, but it'll do. And let's see. And the NGF has 20th tank, airborne, and artillery. Okay, 2 tanks, divisions, and artillery. So 1, 2, arg. Like maybe I put them there. And some AA unit, I'll put them on there. And an artillery unit. Okay. And, ooh, I get a lot of checks. This is at the first HQ of the checks. Yeah, these look like independent units, so the checks have mobilized. And let's see what the checks get. And I got it marked out, M+1. Good, that's helpful. Yep, they get the First Army. So that becomes, well, see the problem with checks is they don't have nukes. So in a tactical nuclear battlefield, probably don't want to engage with the Americans because they'll just nuke you out of existence. Actually, I don't quite know what the strategy is. If you read the historical docs of the time and analysis, no matter what people were saying, it was commonly said, hey, we really don't know how this is going to play out. Got 3 AA divisions, that's nice, and an RD. Okay, so I got my reinforcements. And I'll figure out how they come in here in a second. And actually, let's go ahead and do intensive supply. This is covered in, I think, in the conventional warfare one, but if we look at the charts, which I had up, if you look at the CRT, normally you roll 1d6. Possible modifiers, terrain, etc. But if you do an intensive attack, you roll 2d6, and you get access to these above 6 results, which of course are better for the attacker. So what we have to do is find out where the intensive attacks is stashed. I always have to go look for this. It's probably here. Massive die roll mod table. Wow, this is when you start getting into bomber penetration, counterforce. Yep. Okay, I don't see it there. Escalation we don't see. World opinion we don't see. Setup, sequence of play. There it is. Should have just read the titles. Here's our intensive supply. And we're rolling for Warsaw Pact, and we're in General War. So we're on this one. Well, General War and Beyond plus. So let's roll our 1d6. 4. That's reasonable. We got 2. 2 intensive attack supplies. And the way you indicate it is you pick the headquarters you give it to. So the question is, who am I going to be doing? Actually, I'm going to be doing all tactical nukes here. So there is no headquarters up here. Okay, they're all in supply. Well, I guess the obvious one is this guy. So what you do is you flip him, and that just means he can do. So one of the attacks within 5 hexes of him, all units attacking within 5, can use the 2d6. So that's one. You know, by logic, I should do this one. I don't know if that's... Or, oh crap. I don't know if I should take a shot at... You know, if I want to take a shot at this place, I'm going to have to use these guys. Because there's not much left here. You know, I'm tempted. Sorry, I make my decisions during the game. I'm so tempted to actually move it to Berlin and take a shot at Berlin. Gotta start taking it out somehow. I'll just do that. So this is kind of prior planning here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the problem is if I can surround it with if I can surround it with units, then I should be able to trace supply. So I could use this headquarters. Let's just live on the edge and do that guy. This guy will move forward. Yep, okay. So that's intensive supply. Let's see what's next. Moving on. Sequence of play. Yep, did that. This doesn't apply yet, and now we're in the movement phase. And here's the key. Anything with an asterisk means this is where we can interject. There's certain rules about when you can, both players can intervene in the during this phase, let's say. So potentially a Soviet unit could move. As soon as that unit's done moving, the U.S. has options to do also, you know, air power or whatever, or tactical nuclear attack. Now, the key thing to know, and I had this clarified, is when a Soviet unit moves, it can do a tactical nuclear attack, and that's considered part of its move. So yes, it gets the first shot before the NATO unit can respond, or the U.S. or U.K. could respond with its own. And you can even do this in the combat phase. Right up until you're about to roll the die for a combat, you can do a tactical nuclear attack and prevent the attack. But you know, you can't say after the results, oh wait, I was going to do a tactical, you know, take the results away, yada yada. You know, you get the idea. So the timing of tactical nukes is something key to understand too. So honestly, at this point, we're going to let things fly. So let's look at this. And actually, my targets are UK units and US units. And I've got 6 air points, so I could launch airstrikes against the headquarters units here to try and displace them. I gotta look at those rules here. Air attacks on headquarters. Each salvo point of die is rolled. The number rolled is the number of hexes the headquarters is forced back. This is managed by releasing appropriate match. The path must be. Displacement can occur over enemy units. NATO units are displaced northwest, southwest. A headquarters unit can be attacked by nuclear weapons once per player turn. Headquarters attacked by nuclear weapons lose any intensive supply status. Wow, interesting. Luckily, NATO doesn't have any air power right now. Otherwise, it would get real interesting right now. Once per player turn. So I would attack, roll a d6, and see how many hexes back it goes. We'll see. The 2 American HQs are right here. 5th Corps and 7th Corps. I don't see another one. And the UK HQ is here. So potentially 3 HQs. See, here's the problem with Hanover. If I do nuke it, I don't get any victory points for it. But I could take this guy. And actually, this guy I could take. 1, 2, 3, 4. by just moving this guy 4 and doing a nuclear attack 2 salvos. And then that opens 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Oh, well, that blocks it right there. But I could start opening a hole. I'm so tempted. I don't want to nuke him because he's not a threat with tactical nuclear. Wow. Wow, this turn may take longer than I think. Trying to think through all this stuff. But we'll take a shot at it. Yeah. Well, and I've got an HQ there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can bury these guys in nukes, and I can destroy Hanover. Oh, I'm tempted. Tempted. All right. Well, let's try our first tactical nuclear attack of the day. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I got to get rid of that moved thing. Let's see if I got a separate thing. Yeah, I do. I didn't give it a shortcut, though. So now he's within range 2. He's got 2 steps. So he can fire 2 salvos at this guy. So he can roll 2d6. Let's see what happens. Boom. 9 points. I could have got away with 1 salvo and a 5. If let's say I'd rolled 2, I could flip him and say that's 2 strength points lost. But he's lost 9. He's dead. Send him to destroyed units. Okay. And we get to place one of those markers right there. And there's a reason to rotate. I'm going to use rotation right now to indicate they've done their nuclear. Oops. Let's do that way. That way. Yeah, down means all nuke attacks are done. Wow. And now NATO has a chance to respond, but NATO doesn't have any tactical nukes, doesn't have any air power. Can't go after him. Not that I was going to go after him. Now this one I'd really love to... I hate to do it, but that would open the door. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the advantage here is as soon as I move adjacent, this one has to displace automatically because it's alone. And then I could do a nuke attack on this guy, but I got to get rid of this guy. Wow. This will be fast. I may have one turn of nukes flying, and then the next turn NATO escalates to strategic nuclear warfare. But that'll be interesting too. So I want to clear this guy, and I have a headquarters unit here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this headquarters unit can range 5. Let's make absolutely sure. Attacks against ground troops. All equals on combat players must use. Okay, here it is. Within 2 hexes of a friendly unit, excluding AA, that is in supply, or 5 hexes of a headquarters unit. Troop units may fire a number of salvo points equal to the number of steps. Headquarters may fire 5 salvo points per player turn. So I'm going to, just because I don't have markers to record this, and I could move him first. I probably do want, well, I don't want to move him within 2. He'll get hit. So maybe I'll move him right here and then do my attack. Okay. Where is he? 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, he's set for intensive attack, but he won't be in range of anything. Let's move him here. And then he will, this is a West German unit, no tactical nukes, I'm not worried about him. Let's do, this is 7 and this is 6, but this is critical. I'm going to do 3 on this and 2. I don't know, was 2 enough? If I roll 2 and 2, I'll just kill one of them. I'm going to do 3, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2 on him. Okay, so let's do the 3 on him. 6. That's it, they're already gone. Okay, so these go to destroyed units. Not deleted, destroyed. Destroyed, and I'm going to do it this way, clone. Unfortunately, I've nuked Hanover. Wow, not going to get any victory points for that one. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 on this unit. 6. All it does is reduce him. I think I place a nuke on him, though. I could nuke him again. I don't think there's any rules saying you have to leave the hex. I'll ask. Okay, and now this guy, using my little... Oh, I can't rotate him. Oh, it's because he's flip side. I could use this marker. There we go. Oh, that's a cool way to do it. Okay. So, hey, let's just rotate this guy back and do that. Okay. Oh, and at this point I've expanded 7 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Got 293 left. So, what are the threats right now to my units? Okay, now I've made a hole. Well, dang it. See, if my tank unit moves through here, he loses a step. So I still haven't made a hole. Well, you know, I guess I'll just nuke the Germans to open this up. Yeah. Who can I use? East Germany can't do it. I wish I had some 4-4 infantry. All I got are tanks. I've got to get rid of him. That was bad. That was bad planning. I have to get rid of him, so now I can drive through there. So I will use one of these back. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll just pull him right up. 6, 8, 8, 8, 6, 8, 8, 8. These are more forward, so the furthest back unit that can get there is him. So I will just use him and nuke him. 2d6. 4. Ah, wow. Yep, that's 3. That's it. I'm done with that. That's a cool marker. Here's the irony. I'll just nuke him again. But, yeah, I could use that 6, 8. Oh, what's this guy? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I messed up. Let's use this. Oh, wait. Let's look at these two. Yep, this is a Russian. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he'll nuke him. Wait, where's... Oh, I'm sorry. So, actually, I could have used him first. Let's get rid of the movement trail. Gotta put a shortcut for that. So he's gonna nuke him too. 2d6. And this is 4 I've used. And that's enough. And I need another one of this. Okay, so now I've used 4 more at the rate. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So we kind of use tactical nukes to clear a path. It's a lot easier to kill units with tactical nukes. So then I can take... Now somebody can go through... Oh, he's done this. And they've all used that. This is going to be a pain to remove. The also thing now with nukes flying, don't stack units. 6, 7. He could get there, but I may want to use him up here. So let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's move him here. And this guy gets displaced. Dang it. Let's see if I can do it with a Control F. Displace. Low and adjacent to an enemy unit, the headquarters is automatically displaced immediately. What does that mean? How far? Instead, any adverse suspect displays back a sufficient number of hexes to it's no longer in an uncontested ZOC. So all this does is move it back one. Well, you know, I'll use one tactical nuke here and one tactical nuke there. And the one here will displace this one back. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, he was here. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. I'll just say he gets displaced all the way back there. And then I got to roll a 4 or higher to kill this guy. I did, of course. Wow, the British Army of the Rhine has been nuked out of existence. And now we have a nuke here. And he's used all his tactical nukes. So look at this. All units become now our tactical nuclear delivery. So at this point, he is far away. And I used 2 more, didn't I? I gotta keep track of that. That may be an issue. So far I've used a total of 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 and 5 is 13. That's it. Yep. Alright, so I may even want to do one more airstrike on him just to shove him further back. Because this is the only unit right now left who can deliver tactical nukes in the north, except for you. You can deliver 1. So we're going to need to get rid of him. And I do have a unit that can do it. Yep, he starts to turn in supply. And he can just move right here and do a nuke. 2 salvos. I mean, I could run the odds and try and do 1, but then if I roll a 1, it's nothing. So he's going to move here. He's going to roll 2d6. This guy is destroyed. And now I need a nuke marker. Wow. Wow, first one to use it can really cause damage. I have a feeling all that's going to be left for the US to NATO to do is escalate to strategic. Alright, these all for now are not threats from a nuclear point of view, and oh, I definitely don't want to nuke Hamburg. That's buku victory points. Alright, so that's done. These guys are dropping there. Oh, this headquarters. Yeah, I'll move them up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, he's moved. Gotta get rid of these movement trails. Okay. Wow. There's nothing left. 287. Now I gotta figure out how. So I have effectively, well, except for this guy, or this guy, I mean, defanged the UK. Actually, in more ways than one. They're gone. So let's move down here and deal with our threats here. You know, interesting enough, any U.S. units in range get a shot, so this guy will get a shot at this. I'll just say the U.S. intervened at some point. But right now, nobody's within range of their headquarters, and the only Warsaw Pact unit in range of a NATO unit is him against him. So I will at least let the Americans participate before they're potentially annihilated. 2d6 on this guy. I'm going to have to make something to make that go away. So 1, 2, and poof, 6. Wow, just enough. Just enough. Where is it? Why can't it go to eliminated units? That's weird. Hopefully I haven't. Oh, I got destroyed units galore here, so I'll just do it the manual way. There we go. And we get a nuke marker there. Nuke. 1, 2. Okay. But now it's the Russians' turn. And they haven't even used their air power yet. Holy smoke. This will be over right away, but I mean, inevitably it's going to cause an escalation by NATO. They don't have a choice. Alright, so this guy used it, so we're not too worried about him, but we would like to get rid of him. And we don't want to get too close, but we do want to at least advance. This is a bad news unit. These two are bad news. And yeah, I too have 2 Russian infantry. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can get one within 1, 2, 3, 4, and nuke him. I don't know if I'll get him with an 8. And then this guy. But then I also have, how could I forget? I got a headquarters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can take both of these. I could do a 2 and a 3. And then maybe I'm just driving to town here. Where do I want to put him? Probably want to get him all the way up here. 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So let's move this guy up. 1, 2, 3. And he isn't intensive, but he is going to do 3 on him and 2 on him. So that's 5. I'm going to go ahead and subtract that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 3 on the big baddie, 2 on the not so baddie. 2. Boom, he's done. I needed a lot of these nuke markers. And then 3 on him. 9. Doesn't matter. Alright, that's done. And that wasn't the urban dense, so I can go after the victory points here. So these guys won't be firing at me. But I do have to take out him, and then I've got him back here. So I have saved these guys. So he may probably want to pick a unit as far. I mean, is he bigger threat? How would I view this? Let's just try and get him first. 1, 2. And then he's within range of the U.S. headquarters, which hopefully I'll knock back. Then I've got this guy. 3, 4. He can't get in range. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4. He can. Okay. This is the only 1, 2 stuck. No. Okay. So this guy has to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he's going to Let go on that guy. Got him. Oh, this is what happens with a surprise tactical nuclear attack. That was 2 up here. Best laid defenses go up in smoke. And now this guy I need to use to hit him. And ironically, I do need to make 1, 2. Should I advance and become a target? I don't know. I don't know. He's probably going to make him go down. What do I gain by coming here? Maintain Zoc. Zocs are useless now too when you can nuke people out of existence. He'll take the shot. Let me get rid of the movement trail here. That's another 2. Use it or lose it. I'll get rid of his movement trail. And 2d6. 6. So he just reduces him. But now, I don't know how this works, but he's in a nuke hex. Okay. So that guy can still shoot 1 at a time, and I don't have any Russian units. Do I waste an airstrike on him? I still got to get 4 hits. That's a tough one. But I'm looking around. The AA unit can't do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, nobody can get within 2 of him. Those were the guys. Those were the guys. Okay. That's it there. Let's look down. I don't think I have anything I can do about these guys. Yeah, these guys are... I don't know why I'm getting this. Oh, that's fine. That's an idiosyncrasy here. This represents 3 nuke attacks, 4 nuke attacks. Wow. These are the bad people here for us. Alright, let's see if there's any Soviets within range of anybody here. I moved the headquarters. Oh, I better... Well, he's kind of shielded. The Czechs can do it. The nearest guy I got is 1, 2, 3, 4, and he can't get in range. So at this point in the south, I've left some behind, unless I start using airstrikes on them. So now the proper thing is, how do you deploy in the midst of a nuclear war? Like, what do the rest of these units do? He's going to attack again. Well, no, I can do a conventional attack again against him, of course. And I can't do intensive, so... And I could use air power to help, but I don't have much strength. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can get a 3 to 1, but then he's this. And whatever you do, don't stack. 1, 2, 3, 4. And these guys, they can't get through this broken fast enough. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all he can do. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, I'll just move him here. Or wait. 1, 2, 3. Don't stack. Instead I could go 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's move him there. Get rid of the movement trail. So now I got a solid line for what that's worth with tactical nukes. He has to move here because he can't move there. And he has to move here. And where is the most effective place to put the AA unit for defense? What would be a target? The HQ, so I'll put the AA unit here for whatever that's worth. I think the only thing you can do right now is flood in. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this guy's got a supply. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, he's okay. So all these guys are being covered. 1, 2, 3. Well, I guess I could move adjacent for whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, just don't stack. 3, 4. Just get aggressive. 1, 2, 3. Oh, the interesting thing is I got these hordes coming in behind us. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And where do I want to put the AA unit? Here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Should have gotten rid of the movement trails. So here come the Czechs. Lyon in 9 days. I don't see it. And I can't cross this border. That's Austria. Okay, good to know. Alright, so those guys are all done. Maybe I can get away with a command like this. Boom. Thank you. But where are the rest of the... They can all appear anywhere. They could appear here, but nobody can go into Austria. I think that's the rule. But they could slide here. Oh, let's see. Got 4. Got 4. Got 4. Oh, look at these. High speed, low drag. They can appear here. So it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't stack. So I could do an attack on that 2, 7. Oh, but the point is at any time these guys can start nuking us. Oh, crap. Wow, this is an interesting dynamic. The US can wait until all the Czech units moves and start doing their nukes. So, whatever. I'll just assume that's what they're doing. I can't nuke them. I could waste airstrikes on them nukes, but no, I'll let them nuke. But now the rest of these guys, like let's say those guys came in right here. No, he came in right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so let's see what they waste nukes on their armor here. And let's just do this properly. I can stack. Oh, there's a mech unit. I'll just say he starts there. Is that the end run? Is that what we want to do? The end? Well, that's fine. Three of those. One of those. One of these. So let's start them here, and they're gonna. The headquarters can stack one. Oh, they can stack 3. All my AA units. Engineer. Yeah, let's just say they all did this. So, yeah, one guy can go here. Problem with here is 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't want to stack. I will not stack. I'll just threaten the end run. I gotta get rid of these guys. Yeah, can't stack. Put the headquarters here. And they are heavy in AA units. 1, 2, 3. Nope, can't get AA cover over those guys. Well, if they started here, could I? 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, I can't. Okay. Guys can cover this. I'll put him here. And let's see, nuking is 2 salvos per player turn, so that means none of these Soviet units can do responsive nuking next turn, but, well, these guys are going to go nuke. This guy's going to do 1 on him. This guy's going to do 2 on him. To stop the Czech tanks. And I'm not going to waste an airstrike on these guys, right? Well, that's as soon as I move these guys, they could have nuked them. Well, we'll let them have their fun. 3, so they need 2 to hit. Okay. You know, the right answer should have been to airstrike these guys. But we'll let them have their fun. 2 on this, 1 on this. That's 3. So they've done 5. Why are my numbers wrong? I think I did a plus. Alright, so that guy did 2. These guys are doing 3, so we're down 5. Okay, first the big one, 2d6 on the lead guy. 6. He's dead. And then the 1d6 on that. 3. He's reduced. And that was stupid. He's a nuke. Oh wow, how did I get so many? 3, yeah. And he's a nuke. And he's a 3-8. They are UST and W used. I failed. Alright, so the Czechs have moved. Let's get rid of these movement trails. I made a boo-boo, but hey, can't have all the fun for the Soviets. Oh, this is weird. Better not. Oh, this is just making. There we go. No, there must be 2 units here. There we go. Got to get a key for that. So, this is interesting. I don't know why this is here. Huh. Yep, should have nuked these guys. I may still have to, but maybe not. Maybe not. I don't have enough for an attack. I should probably nuke this guy. And then take these guys back, but I'm going to need 2, 4 to knock these guys back. And 5, and wow. Then I won't have any response to NATO air power. Okay. The threats are still here. Got US units. And headquarters. These represent 5 each. That means, wow, this area is going to get ugly. But this area is easy because nobody's left. So, based on this, I can't go here. I don't even know if I should just ignore this and keep going. Or should I just start sending these guys up here and nuke it? No, I don't want to nuke this. I want to get behind it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm stuck. Got rid of this guy, so 1, 2, 3. I can't move through it. Dang it. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What have I got here? Yeah, that's a good use for him. And he's not going to draw nukes. So he can do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And he can't cross. I don't even think he'll attack, to be honest. That guy's moved. So, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. He can't get across. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's not going around. 1, 2, 3. It's going to go here. This is all just containment. Oh, these are East German. I think these are those border guard dudes. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll just put them there. This headquarters. Don't stack. He'll go up here. Okay. Let's see. This is another East German border guard. 1, 2, 3. I think they're allowed on the wall or near it. There we go. Okay, who is this guy? Soviet. He can do some nuking. 1, 2, 3, 4. He could nuke this lead unit. That is tempting. And the armor units in passing can nuke these guys, but again, I want the victory points. And I can't nuke Hamburg. But I can isolate it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, use him to pin here. And let's see what else we got. Here's another one I can use. That's really rough terrain. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's move him this way. Or he can move 1, 2, 3, 4. That's nice. Let's move him up there. Okay. And now we've got our deep penetration dudes. Well, he's one. Let's see how far he can go. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He can go all the way to here. Do I want to? He's probably going to get nuked. But hey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, we can destroy these Nike thingies and threaten Bremen. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we're off to the races. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, he's short, but it looks like this guy can do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Takes Bremen. Nice. They're not gonna nuke their own units. What else is... Wow, it's just a matter of what do I want to drive towards. 2 armor units. I got 3 armor units left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Poof. Destroy that Nike unit. That gives us a hole, I think. Yep, that gives us a hole. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing's in the hole, but that's something. Get rid of the movement trail here. I don't know how you indicate destroyed for those guys. Okay, I still got 2 more guys. What would be their targets? They could go up there. They can go there. Whatever you do, spread out. So where would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow. Then I'd have to screen them. And we got a supply problem too. Yes, sirree, Bob, we do. I didn't move this guy up enough. They are outrunning their headquarters. 2, 3, 4, 5. No. Oh, I got a bad guy here. Maybe I can loop around behind him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Let's have this guy loop around behind him. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He can get all the way down here. Okay. This guy is going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, close the door. They are driving on the Ruhr. What the heck are we gonna do? Nuke the heck out of them. That's what we're gonna do. 1, 2. This guy can only get up here, but hey, that's good. You can go right there. Who needs anti-air? 1, 2, 3, 4. The best I can do is I'll put him on the. No, put him here. Okay. Everybody's moved up here. Everybody's moved here. Wow, this is messy. Still got my air power. No ground attacks. Alright, now I gotta figure out what's going on back here. Okay, second echelon moves up. What's our targets? The victory points are here. And the victory points are here. These guys are going here. These guys are going here. And we're going to avoid that. So we're going to come right through here. Which means this is somebody I have to worry about. He's right now got a hole to go. No, he can't go running. I got Zox. Unless they do something. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's plug that hole. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. East German tanks. Oh. Well, what's this guy? He's Soviet. Let's see if they can funnel through this guy. These may use... Oh, these guys can just nuke. I'm sorry if I was playing for real. I would have said, why didn't you nuke? Actually, at this point, these guys should just nuke. There's no reason to save it. 2 on him, 2 on him. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whew, just out of range of this guy. That was a close call. So yeah, I mean, well, the point is I can't use him next turn in response to the bad guys. Well, this guy should do 2 on him. So that's going to be 2. 7. He's dead. What better way to get rid of the people you don't want to fight? Now the reason this is important is because next turn. Okay, and this guy, I mean he wasn't supplied at the beginning of the turn, and that's when it's evaluated. You know, if I use 2 on him, he can't really respond to any Americans, but who cares? Go for it. 5. Wasn't destroyed. 2. And I need a nuke marker. I'm just going to leave it for contaminated kind of stuff. Alright, so those guys are done. What a bloodbath. Alright. Let's see. If these guys come straight here, then they can pivot this way, or they can pivot this way. This... Do I have enough up here? Well, if I start... I don't want a nuke Hanover. May have to reinforce up there, I don't know. And I have to take care of this. Arg. So what did I get? These guys may just have to be part of this attack. We'll just pile on and see what we get. Got artillery. Anti-air can move. I got intensive attack, so... And it does say in the rules these guys don't have nukes. So I'm just going to pile on. Use these follow-up forces for... Don't stack. That's fine. Got anti-air. Got anti-air here. No, I'll put the second one here. And that guy's going to stay, and I'll just put this guy here. What are these guys? Oh, just anti-air. They're just going to move up. You know, I could add this guy to this attack. What the heck? I've only got 2 units there. Pylon. And I got an HQ intensive supplying these guys, so these guys need to 1, 2, 3, 4 move up. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4 move there. And they're not going to move very fast. They're going to get to here, here, and here. He's not moving. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. This guy's going to go straight down the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Czechs have a lot of AA units. These guys may need one. I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. He'll go here. Well, will he? Or will he go down here? 2, 3, 4. He'll go here. This is a border guard unit, so 1. Well, he can't go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and he can't leave the border. That's about as far as he can go. I think I moved everybody. And I can use my air power at any time, so I'm going to think about that. I probably want to target. He can only be attacked once, and I got to use 2 to shove these guys back, because next turn they can move up and cause havoc. So I'm going to have to use 2, 4. These are the ones I'm worried about. I'd love to attack him, but I'm coming across a river. I'm not doing intensive. These guys are wasted. Well, I may just go for the blitz. 2, 4, 5, 6. Kill him, and that gets it down to 1. And that's not in Nike range, but these are. Do I want to hit the air or the Nikes? No, I don't want to hit the Nikes. I want to hit the headquarters. It's like nuking the headquarters. That would be part of a surprise attack. We got rid of the UK one. Well, we salvoed it too. We did a nuke attack with a ground unit. Yeah, and if I reduce this guy, I could attack him. This guy, I'm just going to do 2, 4, 6. I'm going to use all my air points. Where's my air unit holding? Yep. Just going to use them all. Down 6. I'm down to 270. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, what happens with these guys is I roll 2 dice, and the highest dice is their displacement. So let's do 5 core. 3. 1, 2, 3. Well, that's better than nothing. But now we have a nuke marker. Let's put that guy there. Okay, then we do the second guy. 4. Nice. I'm just going straight back. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll just put him there. And we have another nuke marker. Right there. They're going to have to move next turn. That's how I interpret that. Okay. And then we're doing 2 on this guy, which I should have done initially. Now I got rid of him. Destroyed. Delete. So that was revenge for the Czechoslovakian T-55s. Urban X. Do I want to attack this guy? I got 8. That's normally 4 to 1. So I'm not even using my intensive attacks. 4 to 1. But we get a shift for the rivers. 3 to 1 we'll probably lose. He's going to get 1 nuke. He's got 1 nuke. That's it. And these guys are back. Alright, so, and then I'll just, I think the way I like to do this is leave 1 here and rotate it so I can clone it later. So NATO will get air power, and they are going to be ticked. Okay. So, there's a lot of losses, calculation, urban hexes. But I believe... Oh, we've got the attack. There is one attack, the big one. And I got to figure out the odds here. Let's start here. 10, 11, 12, 14, 24, 26, 36. 36 to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 4 to 1. Oh, and I could have used air power support, but I didn't. Oh well. That's the way it goes. This is not going to be a very healthy attack. Let's look at my charts here. 4 to 1. TEC, dense urban, -2 die roll. Ignores retreat results. Great. That's dense urban, -2. So it's got to be intensive. So 2d6 -2 at 4 to 1. Here we go. Boxcars. Ouch. 3. 3 at 4 to 1. Well, that was a waste of an intensive attack. 3 at 4 to 1 is a PX. And a PX is a partial exchange. Both sides suffer 1 step loss. Well, that's easy. Can these guys flip? No. No. None of these guys can flip, so we're going to get rid of the French. Okay, so that's a good result. What do we want to destroy? Well, shoot, I'm just going to get rid of these guys. And I can't eliminate them. That's weird, but I can drag them off my eliminated box here. Alright. We have attritioned them down. That's our attack. So we come here, and I think we are at the end of the turn. Let's check my sequence. I know somebody's going to be reviewing what I did here and tell me my mistakes, which is fine. End phase. East German losses a casualty point. Now that's out of there. Any nuclear explosions are converted to radiation. Automatic victory conditions. May ask for a ceasefire. Alright, so let's see. I'm going to get rid of all the movement stuff there. And I'm going to convert all of them to contamination. I'll just leave them here for now. I'll fight it next time. It just looks interesting this way. So, this is the first turn of a full-on Warsaw Pact, specifically Soviet, surprise tactical nuke. The attack wasn't a surprise. They were maneuvering in the pre-war period, but, wow, this went for 1 hour and 23 minutes. Sorry about that. But you can see with tactical nukes how it changes the whole complexion of things here. How can NATO respond this turn short of 3, 4, 1, 2, 3? These guys are gone. Here come the English. I mean, here comes the UK. They can do it. 1, 2. They can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. And then they got to be within 5. 1, 2, 3, 1. They can nuke all of these with their headquarters. So that's about the only response we can get up here. It looks like, yes, we have succeeded in isolating this and doing a coup de main on Bremen. I'll check. I can only use this once per turn, and they've already used it. So let's see what the American headquarters can do. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4, 5. No, nobody's in range. But this one, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a waste. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, just out of range. Just out of range. Better hope for a 6. But the only nukes down here that are going to happen are This guy. This guy. I don't know what he's going to go after. Oh my gosh, what do? You just run away here. Or you just wait here to die. Wow. I think I'll read the strategic rules next too. Because after this kind of attack, and all of these guys just drop on Denmark. We'll keep it simple. Keep it simple. On the turn that the wall was breached, and that's what you do. You get 1 victory point each for each of these that drop, minus the number of turns after the wall was breached. Well, it was breached this turn. So my assumption is it's 5 victory points, but I have a feeling this is going to escalate. This is going to get out of control. Because NATO cannot get enough, unless they get 6 airstrikes and they get good rolls. Yep. Alright, a lot of air power here. They're not going to start nuking around Berlin. Alright, well, this sounds like a good enough place to end. This is the end of the Soviet turn. I'm going to stop my recording. Yeah, this is an interesting way to fight World War III. So when we come back, we'll see what, if any, NATO response there is. Thanks for listening.